Have you ever wondered how roses came to symbolize love and beauty? This is not just a coincidence, but a tale woven through the annals of history, dating back to ancient civilizations. Let's embark on a journey through time, tracing the origins of these enchanting blooms. Our tale begins in the ancient lands of China, where roses were first cultivated as far back as 5,000 years ago. These early gardeners recognized the allure of the rose, nurturing it and cherishing its beauty. From China, the cultivation of roses spread, traveling across continents and civilizations. In ancient Egypt, roses held a sacred place. They were not just flowers, but symbols of the divine. Pharaohs would fill their grand tombs with intricate rose carvings, believing in their power to bring about eternal life. Roses were also used in religious ceremonies, their sweet fragrance filling the air, creating an atmosphere of reverence and tranquility. Moving forward in time, we reach ancient Greece, where roses were associated with the goddess of love, Aphrodite. It's said that roses would bloom across the land when she smiled, and thus they became a symbol of love and beauty. Greek scholars and poets often wrote about roses, their words echoing their admiration for these exquisite blooms. But the Greeks didn't just admire roses, they cultivated them too. Their gardens were brimming with these beautiful flowers in a kaleidoscope of colors, each one more enchanting than the last. And it wasn't just for their beauty, roses were also used in medicine, their petals and hips believed to have healing properties. From these ancient roots, the cultivation of roses continued to flourish throughout history, their beauty and symbolism transcending cultural and geographical boundaries. They found their way into the art and literature of many civilizations, their striking hues and delicate petals inspiring countless artists and writers. From their ancient origins, roses have captivated humans with their beauty and fragrance, setting the stage for their enduring popularity. As we continue our journey, we'll delve deeper into the history of roses, exploring their evolution and the many roles they've played throughout the ages. As we move forward in time, the allure of roses only seemed to grow. The Middle Ages saw roses as symbols of both divine and earthly love, often depicted in religious art as a representation of the Virgin Mary. The rose's connection to love and beauty was further solidified during the Renaissance, as they graced the works of renowned artists and poets, becoming a muse that inspired great masterpieces. In the 17th century, roses began to make their mark as more than symbols, as their cultivation in European gardens bloomed. The rose became a symbol of social status, a luxury item gracing the gardens of the wealthy. Rose gardens became a common feature in grand estates, their beauty and fragrance delighting visitors and owners alike. The 18th century brought about a revolution in rose cultivation. The introduction of the China rose, a variety that bloomed repeatedly throughout the year, breathed new life into European rose gardens. This was a departure from the old garden roses, which only bloomed once a year. This innovation stirred a frenzy of crossbreeding, resulting in a multitude of new varieties, each with their unique colors and fragrances. Roses soon made their way to the New World, where settlers planted them in their gardens. These roses were often used for medicinal purposes, as well as for their beauty. The roses of the New World were a hardy lot, able to withstand the harsh winters and hot summers. The 19th century saw the creation of the hybrid tea rose, a cross between the hardy European roses and the ever-blooming China roses. This variety quickly became popular for its vivid colors, distinct fragrance, and the elegance of its form. The hybrid tea rose set the standard for modern roses and became the most widely grown rose of the 20th century. As we entered the modern era, roses became more than just a garden fixture. They became a symbol of love, friendship, and celebration, a constant presence in our lives. From the bouquets we give as gifts to the roses we plant in our gardens. Today, roses are a garden staple with thousands of varieties to choose from. The 19th and 20th centuries saw an explosion in the number of rose varieties thanks to the tireless work of dedicated horticulturists. The development of hybrid teas, floribundas and climbers, among others, transformed our gardens and parks into a riot of colors and fragrances. Hybrid teas, with their classic form and wide range of colors, became the darlings of the rose world. They are the result of crossbreeding two types of roses to create a new variety with the best characteristics of the parents. Floribundas, on the other hand, were developed to bridge the gap between the hardy shrub roses and the delicate hybrid teas. They offer clusters of blooms on a compact bush, providing a stunning display of color throughout the summer. And let's not forget the climbers, which can add a vertical element to the garden, adorning walls, fences and trellises with their cascading blooms. But how do we cultivate these beauties? Well, the secret lies in understanding their needs. Roses love the sun, so a spot that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight each day is ideal. They need well-draining soil, enriched with organic matter to provide the nutrients they crave. Watering should be done at the base, not overhead, to avoid promoting disease, and a good deep soak is better than a daily sprinkle. Pruning is another essential aspect of rose care. It helps to maintain the plant's shape, encourages better flowering, and keeps the rose healthy. In general, roses should be pruned in early spring before they start to leaf out. And finally, let's talk about pest control. Aphids, black spot, and powdery mildew can all pose a threat to your roses, but with regular checks, early detection, and appropriate treatment, these problems can be kept at bay. With a little care and attention, anyone can enjoy the beauty of roses in their own garden. Roses are not just beautiful flowers, they also carry deep meanings and messages. They are the poets of the plant kingdom, expressing emotions and sentiments that words often fall short of capturing. The symbolism of roses is as diverse as their shades and shapes. Each color and arrangement carries a unique message, forming a silent yet profound language. This is the language of roses, a dialect that dates back to the Victorian era, known as floriography. Let's delve into this fascinating world of floral communication. Red roses, with their bold hues and velvety petals, are the classic symbols of love and romance. They are the quintessential Valentine's Day flower, a passionate declaration of deep affection. White roses, on the other hand, are emblematic of purity and innocence. They often grace weddings, representing the unblemished bond between the newlyweds. They are also a symbol of respect and remembrance, making them a common sight at memorials. Pink roses are a versatile bunch. Light pink roses express admiration and sympathy, making them a thoughtful gift during challenging times. Dark pink roses, however, convey gratitude and appreciation, perfect for saying thank you. Yellow roses were once associated with jealousy, but today they symbolize friendship and joy. They are the sunshine of the flower world, spreading warmth and happiness. Then we have lavender roses, a less common but equally expressive variety. These unique blossoms are a symbol of enchantment and love at first sight. They are the flowers of fairy tales, speaking of magic and wonder. The language of roses doesn't end with colors. The number of roses in a bouquet, their stage of bloom, even the way they are arranged, all contribute to the message they convey. A single rose of any color expresses utmost devotion, while a bouquet of fully bloomed roses says, "I still love you." Roses truly speak a language of their own, conveying messages of love, friendship, and more. So the next time you give or receive roses, remember, you're not just sharing flowers, you're sharing feelings. Roses continue to captivate us, playing a central role in our celebrations, traditions, and everyday life. Today, these floral wonders are more than just a gardener's delight. They've permeated every facet of our culture, from the grandest festivals to the smallest personal rituals. Globally, roses take center stage in many cultural events. The Rose Parade in Pasadena, California, for instance, gathers millions every year to witness a spectacle of floats adorned with roses in full bloom. Halfway around the world, Bulgaria's Rose Festival celebrates the harvest of Rosa damascena, a rose variety integral to the country's rose oil industry. These events, and many others, spotlight the rose's enduring cultural significance. Beyond festivities, roses have also found their way into our health and beauty regimes. Rose water, for instance, is lauded for its soothing and rejuvenating properties, often used in skincare routines for its gentle, calming effect. Then there's rose essential oil, a staple in aromatherapy, recognized for its potential to alleviate stress and promote relaxation. But the rose's influence doesn't stop there. It's also sparked creativity, inspiring a host of DIY projects. From rose-infused bath bombs to homemade rose petal jam, these crafts bring the beauty of the rose into our homes in unique and tangible ways. In the language of roses, the pink rose symbolizes gratitude and appreciation. So, in the spirit of the pink rose, why not express your appreciation with a handmade rose-scented candle or a bouquet of dried roses? These simple gestures can turn an ordinary day into something memorable. As we look to the future, the rose remains a timeless symbol of beauty and love, continuing to enchant us with its allure. As it continues to evolve and adapt, this resilient flower promises to remain a constant in our changing world. Whether it's the centerpiece of a grand parade, the secret ingredient in a skincare product, or the inspiration behind a heartfelt craft, the rose's charm is undeniably timeless. As we look to the future, the rose remains a timeless symbol of beauty and love, continuing to enchant us with its allure.